Hello, my name is Molly, and I will be reading to you The Lost Ball. Two little boys were playing on the beach with their ball. It was one of those large balls so commonly seen at the seaside nowadays, and that adds so much to the fun of bathing. An offshore wind was blowing, and every time the ball dropped on the water, it would begin to move rapidly out to sea, with the boys giving chase. "You'd better look out," said Bert to Bill, "or we shall lose it. Don't throw it so hard next time." But Bill took no notice. "Look out," he cried, "coming over." It came over. In fact, it went a long way over Bert's head and fell into the water some distance off. "What did I tell you?" cried Bert indignantly. "Now you can fetch it yourself." "I'm not going to fetch it," said Bill, grinning. "It's nearest to you." "Near!" cried Bert. "How do you think I'm going to reach it? You might well ask." Already the wind had caught the ball and was wafting it at a great speed seaward. "Hurry up!" cried Bill. "You'll lose it." "What do you think I am?" Bert called back. "A channel swimmer? Nobody could catch up with it now. You. Bert soon found a name for Bill, and Bill was quick to find another for Bert, and soon a hot argument was in progress as to whose fault it was that the ball had been lost, and of course, who was to pay for it. Now it so happened that while Bert and Bill were arguing, a certain kind gentleman, seated in a canoe with the paddle in his hand, had noticed the speedy flight of the ball across the ocean. "Some poor little child has lost his ball," he said to himself. "I will try to rescue it for him. He will be so glad to see it again after it was so hopelessly lost." So digging his paddle hard into the water, the kind gentleman set off in pursuit of the ball, while the people on the beach looked amused. But a ball with the wind behind is no easy thing to catch. Away it went faster and faster as it floated farther and farther from the shore. It passed the end of the pier, heading for the rougher water beyond. Still, the kind gentleman, seated in his tiny craft, grimly kept up the chase. At last, 200 yards or so beyond the pier, he reached the ball and turned around to paddle back. Now he found both wind and waves against him, and for some time was in serious danger of capsizing. As he struggled hard to get under the lee of the pier, he began to reflect on the folly of his enterprise, but consoled himself with the thought of the pleasure that would come to the unhappy child on the shore when at last he returned. Slowly he made his way back. Every dip of his paddle brought him a few feet nearer to safety, and before long he was passing the pier end again. He was getting tired now, and by the time he arrived back at the beach, he was ready for a good long rest. He was paddling his canoe ashore, wondering which of the many children there would be made happy as the result of his exciting little cruise, when a young lad waded out to him. "That's our ball you got there, mister," said the boy abruptly. "Let's have it." The kind gentleman looked at him in astonishment. There was no suggestion of thanks or gratitude. Is that your ball?" he asked. "Yes, pass it over," replied the boy. "Well, I never did," exclaimed the kind gentleman as he threw the ball to the boy. Then in silence he pulled his canoe up on the beach and subsided in the nearest deck chair to recuperate. "Got it!" cried Bert, running up to Bill excitedly. "Bit of luck that, wasn't it?" "Jolly good of the old fellow to fetch it," said Bill. "I hope you thanked him." "Thanked him?" replied Bert. I don't believe I did. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Let's go on with the game." But it mattered a lot. Half an hour later, there was another shout on the beach. "Bill, there you go again. What did I tell you? Look at it blowing out to sea. You. There was a movement in a certain deck chair. The kind gentleman opened one eye, saw the ball, and closed it again.